Welcome back to another episode of A Poison Cup of Coffee. This is Andy. I'm here with Davos.
Good day.
Today's poison is the blackroot, which is known to kill plant life and have a bitter taste. So that is what we're drinking today. I can't taste the bitterness, actually. It's quite nice.
I've got it mixed in with a lot of sugar and milk, so I can't personally taste many things.
That's a very good way of doing it. Very good way of doing it. You're probably we've been gone a few weeks. So what have you been up to?
Well, I've mostly been dealing with an infestation of demons in my local area.
What? How? What the?
Only about 4 or 5. They're not
Okay.
too pesky, just common house demons messing things up.
So you've just been a demon slayer for the past several weeks.
For the most part, yes. I negotiated with one. It didn't go well.
What happened?
Well, I tried to sit down for tea, and I was civilized, and it lashed out, and now I have a scar.
Did you try to parlay?
I just tried a nice civil conversation, but I don't think it spoke English.
It is a demon, so that would make the most sense. It would not speak common.
Unfortunate. I just wanted to be its friend.
Well, where's the scar then? Because you don't have a face.
It's on my arm, which is covered up by robes. So.
Okay. Well, Allie's getting used to her new job at the bar, and I believe Cerberus is where Cerberus is supposed to be in the underworld. I've not heard from him in a while.
Nor have I.
I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure. I've been continuing with the decorating. I've been trying to do some gardening. I don't know if you noticed the flowers outside.
Yes, they look nice.
One of them is belladonna, so we have to be very careful there.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite one to put in my drinks. Favorite poison. Obviously, people think it just looks pretty, and then they die, and I have to deal with that mess. But it's delicious in tea.
Should probably put like a big warning sign, like a big yellow sign saying "Do not touch, can cause death."
You think though that they're coming into a crypt? You don't go into a crypt unless you've got a death wish. You know?
Some people might be thinking it's a historical place of stuff. They don't know. They might not know it's a crypt.
I mean, I feel like I make it pretty obvious with the wards and the sigils on the door. And
humans aren't the smartest.
I've noticed that. Have you seen some of the questions we get?
I've seen some.
It's just really anyway. I hopefully, we can all be back next week, and the party can get back together, so to speak.
Hope so.
It's weird because the chairs are empty, and it feels very strange. Just the two of us.
Roomy and large open spaces.
Exactly, because Cerberus took up a lot of space. So
yeah,
it doesn't feel anyway. Would you like to answer some questions?
Sure. Shall I start with the first?
Go on. Please do.
Okay. So I'll start with this first one, which was sent a bit back, and it's from. I don't think they've listed their species, so I'll just go with the
Okay,
question.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
the question goes, I recently inherited a large mansion from my grandfather. When I turned up at the door, I saw a wounded incubi in the front entrance. They're nice to me and have special
Mm.
powers. I feel I'm falling in love with one or two of them. Is it wrong for a human? Oh, they're human. To
Okay.
fall in love with an incubus and still be happy. The two I've fallen for have the ability to read minds, and one is super strong but gentle.
Well, Davos, as the person who just recently fought demons, what's your opinion on incubi?
I've personally had no personal experience with them, as most of the
Mm.
demons I've had experiences with have tended to stab me on sight or consume my
I'm
soul or something.
have you I know the diplomatic approach didn't work, but have you tried learning a demon language to communicate with them?
I speak very minor runic, ancient Nordic runic language from this
Yeah.
plane, but other than that, I don't really speak many demon languages.
Okay, okay. I'm just thinking. I personally, I know there's a lot of like stigma against the incubi about their seductive nature and sucking the souls of the people they um do the sex with. I
Oh,
believe.
is that what they are? I didn't even know
They
they did that. Okay.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, it's the male counterpart of the succubus, which is the
Ah,
female. It's the incubus. You got the succubus. So they yes, they steal souls of the people they sleep with,
ah,
as far
that's
as I'm aware.
evil.
But frankly, good sir, madam, whatever you identify as, I don't see a problem with it. If you truly love them, if it's two of them, obviously, I'm not going to judge. I am in no position to judge. I'm literally a lich. So but if you're happy, I mean, as long as they don't steal your soul at the end of it.
Um, I think they could probably be in a. They're probably have an ulterior motive, either inheritance in the long run for the mansion, or the soul. Never take anything at face value, especially with demons. They will always go behind your back.
Not necessarily. I feel like you're stigmatizing. Do you have prior experience of this? We got some bias going on.
Most of the demons I've fought have had no faces or like it just instantly tried to kill me on sight.
Yeah,
So
but but your experience is not necessarily everyone else's experience. This is a key part of acceptance. Is accepting not everything's the same. You know,
true. I'm not really caught up on my demonology per
I
se.
I think that if they're not harming you and you have established a connection with them, I say be happy, of course. But I put obviously if they're gonna steal your soul and this is a tactic to seduce you, be on your guard. Call Davos, he will probably be able to assist.
What you should do is politely sit them down for a spot of tea and ask
Like you
their
tried to
genuine
do.
intentions. Yes.
Like you tried to do and failed to do.
I can suggest a very good merchant who can sell a very strong truth serum that you just put in the tea and ask away.
Oh my Davos, did you try to drug the demon?
No, not this one.
Oh, you don't drug people, demons, don't drug anything. That's just crossing a line. That's just shady.
Well, war is war.
I don't believe it. I can't believe you would stoop that low. That's just dirty.
I've
That's
fought
not how you
many.
play a fair. That's not how you win a fair battle.
Demons aren't fair. They'll just drag you down into the underworld without asking.
Oh, but you meet Cerberus on the way at least.
And I don't think I'd want to meet him in his workplace.
You might
Probably
do. You never know.
very different.
Fair. I'm sure he'd be the same. I'm not sure though. But regardless, I think if you love them, you love them, and I think we should just accept that love, because God knows we need more of it in the world.
Well, just with demons, especially with these incubi, just take it slowly and make sure not to rush into anything, as they may have good intentions, but as their species, they could have bad intentions. So don't be completely lax.
Cerberus, is that you?
What? Huh? Why am I
hello
here?
there.
What? When did you come in?
Didn't I tell you before? I just get put here.
And I'm sorry. I did not expect you to come. Say, how are you? How are you doing?
You know, living in the underworld is kind of always the same.
And how is that? I would not know. I never made it there.
It's alright. It's pretty fun. You know, people coming in.
What have you been up to? Because we've been catching up over the past few weeks.
Just kind of same thing as normal. Trying to get people that are currently dead, and trying to make sure that they don't cause a ruckus.
That is fair enough. Well, anyway, you're just in time. We just finished answering the first question. You are more than welcome to join us for the next one if you would like.
That is fine.
All right. Would you like me to read it? I can have a look.
Not sure.
Okay. All right. So recently, after my demon situation, I decided to move away. Oh, this is a follow-up. This is a follow-up from the previous person who had a demon problem.
Ah, yes.
Yes,
I
this
remember
is
this person.
this is the person. Yes, and the demon threatened to rip his bathroom off.
Oh yeah, I don't think I was here for that.
Yes, yes. This demon turns up outside his house and he threatens to rip his bathroom out.
Who threatens
Right.
to rip a bathroom?
Yeah, something wrong with the bathroom. What do you think? Anyway, after the demon situation, I decided to move away. I bought a little trailer while looking for a better house. But here's the problem: there's a bunch of eggs outside the trailer, and they're everywhere. I'm talking under it, in the trees, on top of it. I could go on. Does anybody have any clue what these could be and what I should do with them? Well, what kind of eggs, my friend?
First of all, what's a trailer?
It's like a home on wheels. People often take them on holidays and stuff.
Why don't you just always have your home on wheels?
From what I understand, it's like a little thing you attach to cars and you can pull it along, and it kind of has like a mini kitchen and a tiny bathroom and like a fold-out bed. I'm not being
tiny.
It's like a tiny home on wheels, and people take them on holidays and stuff so they can travel.
Interesting. So there's eggs on the trailer?
I think everywhere.
Do
Outside, under it, in the trees, on top of it, so they're everywhere. So, well, what type of eggs? This is my major question. What type of eggs?
Maybe they're good.
Let's just go with dragon eggs, for instance.
Yes. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to go through the different scenarios and elaborately explain the intricacies of what to do with each type of egg.
Well, if you have a bow and arrow, you can play target practice.
Oh
Or you
my
could eat them.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Just a quick hose pipe after, and the mess is gone.
You're talking about killing unborn children.
Depends on if the eggs are fertilized. If they're summoned by demons, then they would have to not be living, right?
If they're spiders' eggs, you kill them with fire. Their spider eggs are quite small, small, round, usually white. If they're like that, you kill them with fire.
If they're just normal eggs, I don't think they're
Yeah,
called chickens on Earth.
Yeah,
If they just come from
chicken.
there.
If they're chicken eggs or goose eggs or duck eggs, you can sell them on to a farmer. You could hatch them and have children, little ducky
eat them.
babies. You could eat them if you fancied an omelette like every morning.
That's been assorted for a few months.
Yeah, you dad food. So you've not given us enough information to go on. If they are of any supernatural essence, burn them or destroy them or call a specialist. If they're edible eggs, if they're Easter eggs, for instance, I just you make a cake with them or something. You know, a cake takes like 6 eggs, so you just get through like all the eggs by making a bunch of cakes.
Cakes are good. I have had one.
Yes, or you could make meringue because that uses the egg whites. So that would definitely lose up a lot of eggs, especially trying to get a meringue right.
Or you
'Cause
could
that is
go
a
and
task itself.
you could use them to harass a school principal on Halloween, as I see them do in movies.
Oh, yes, you could prank somebody. You could prank them.
What's even the point of pranking somebody?
I think it's meant to be like a very good joke, but I don't see the joke because most of the time I just see people getting upset.
Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't seem fun for the person getting pranked. And if it's meant to be funny, shouldn't everybody be laughing?
Even I agree with that.
Comedy's subjective, though.
That is true. So it all just depends. Yeah, as I said, we don't really know what sort of eggs, but make sure to dispose of them correctly once you've identified them. I'm sure there's some books or something, or that Wikipedia.
That's pronounced Wikipedia, and
Wikipedia.
it's a big information website.
Okay, so it's like a library on the internet.
Yes, it's just a
Okay.
big library on the internet, but anyone can go in and change it at any time.
Oh, that sounds troublesome.
So everybody becomes the librarians.
Yeah.
That sounds oddly chaotic.
No one's quiet. It's awful.
Anyway, yeah, I believe we've helped. We can help as long as we find out what the eggs are. If you very kindly tell us what goes on after this. If the demon comes back as well, do let us know. We did say call us, but you haven't actually called us, so.
Do we even get cell reception down in a crypt?
Well, we're not actually that low underground, you see. Because the last person actually wanted to be in touch with society for some odd reason. So the crypt has actually been built like not that low underground. There's just that one set of stairs which everybody seems to manage to get down despite the protection sigils. So we're actually quite close. And plus I've actually been able to because obviously there's electrics and stuff down here, so everything's sort of wired up. The last lich before he either met an untimely demise or got kicked out, or I don't know, managed to find a way to fulfill his grand master plan, just sort of left everything wired up. I'm not complaining. I think it works
Free
very well.
technology is always the best.
Exactly. You are the IT person, you know this. I'm fine with this. I know I've had to like remove the kitchen and I made like a little library. I have my single coffee machine because that's all I can taste now. So I make my drinks and I have all the kitchen became a library, so it has all my books in it, and it's just I think I'm making this quite a home. I just don't want to get kicked out. If the wrong person turns up knocking on the door one day, I'm gonna have to leave, and I don't want to do that yet.
That sounds
That's
pretty troublesome.
I don't. I like it here. We have chairs. I have a rug. I'm getting some lights. I'm thinking those fairy light things where you hang them off the walls and stuff.
If
I
it
think that
comes
would look
to
very
it, just
pretty.
hack and slash and just wait till the government give up and stop sending forces.
I don't want to kill anybody though, because then that just feeds the stigma about liches. I want to be the one that's not on the path of world destruction.
Yeah,
We
I have
just
to deal
teleport
with
them
them
away then.
regardless of
Yeah,
it.
liches can teleport, right? Things.
I don't know. My magic's weird. Sometimes
I've
it
never.
does what it needs to, and sometimes it just doesn't want to bother.
The only lich I've ever dealt with was dumb and got itself killed.
That makes a lot of sense.
It walked into my sword.
Did it walk into your sword 10 times?
A bit more than 10 times.
Oh.
15 for good measure.
Oh, they had it coming, I see.
Yeah.
They had it coming. Okay. I don't use a lot of my magic. I don't know if it's just the way I died or something. I'm still researching what actually happened to me. But I found out one thing at least. I know the general time period where I was
When was
from.
its time period?
Oh, we are talking like early AD.
Ah.
Like we're around in the hundreds.
Back with Rome time? Or
I'm not sure yet because I know I'm over 1,000, so we've got to go at least at least 1,000 years before. So we might be thinking Roman times, or maybe a bit later than that.
I
Maybe
mean,
after the
Caesar
Romans.
was cool.
Caesar was cool.
Caesar is
yeah, so
annoying.
Caesar was annoying. Didn't he get stabbed on some steps or something?
Yes, but even in the underworld, he just feels like he needs to do things, and it's just no. You're just fine.
Is he trying to lead basically?
Basically,
Well, the Romans did basically invent the modern calendar, so I
That's
think
true.
he has a
Yeah,
sense of needing to do more.
that's very true. He needs.
he wants to change the underworld, and I'm like, why? We're perfectly fine how we are.
Why would you want to change the underworld? I think you've got a pretty good system going on there. Got the
know.
river. We got the river on Holy Souls.
I just
Better
don't
than
think
some
that
other
they like to.
systems I know of.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he likes to not be in control.
Well, he's a leader, and I think a very power-hungry leader. So I found the general time period. I know we're going back 1,000 years or so. Obviously, records are a little bit sketchy, but I'm on the right track. I think I can work my way backwards from there.
This is good news.
This is good news. Plus, it means the minute I work out what I am, you have to tell us what you are.
Agreed.
Yes, that is what we agreed. Did Cerberus pop out of existence?
I think so.
Oh, that was short. It was nice to see them.
Yep. Well, I guess the underworld takes no holidays.
I don't think he gets any annual leave. Or maybe Caesar was starting to annoy everyone again.
Damn, Caesar being annoying. He should just stick to his salad line.
He should get the Caesar salad. And should we do the last question then? This is the last
Sure.
question of the night. Would you like to read it?
Sure thing. So the question goes, I'm in love with an invisible woman. I hear her voice all the time, but I have trouble seeing where she is standing. She also doesn't want or like any coverings / clothes to make her visible to everyone. Are there any tips I can use to make sure I can have some kind of eye contact? Uh,
Well,
I know of a few solutions.
no,
First off, get a big bag of flour and dump it on her head.
what? I see why, but that just seems really rude.
Well, you can make eye contact then.
Well, yes, but it would be incredibly rude to just dump a bag of flour on somebody.
True, but it's effective.
Another option, which involves less humiliation, is obviously maybe you guys can have a talk about why she doesn't like clothes or coverings. And maybe it's a confidence issue, maybe it's an anxiety related thing. Maybe there's been like a past event that's caused her to not want to be seen.
Try to find out as well why she's invisible in the first place. If it's a curse, and things, you can always just try to reverse the curse and such.
Could or if she was born with it. I'm sure there's plenty of advice. Maybe there's some. I know because you can have like invisibility potions. I remember brewing them once, many moons ago. I'm sure there is a way to reverse
I
create a
once knew a
potion that is
bard who could cloak.
Hmm.
He
Yes.
would just cloak and play the flute, and it would annoy people.
Yes, we don't want that. So maybe you find like a potion that's like the reverse in that, so it turns someone visible. Even if it's just for a short time, at least then you can have a constructive discussion. Or better yet, she could tell you where she's standing. She could just sort of give like a general indication of where she is in the room.
You could
Just
find
without
you could find a shaman, and like get some special goggles or something made so only you
Hmm.
can see her.
I've seen this where it was something I read or something I saw, and these people wearing like these glasses so they could see through this thick fog. So maybe you need something like special eyewear, so you can see her sort of like silhouette more clearly.
That sounds good.
Yes, I think I feel like you are not thinking outside the box enough.
Hmm.
I pers- I personally think you could have been a bit more creative about this.
I'm not very good when it comes to invisible people.
Is it not
So
your area of expertise?
no, mostly demons.
Mm. You seem to be
And
quite good with the demon questions.
yes, I've dealt with demons almost all my life, so
That makes a lot of sense. I don't know if I ever dealt with a demon. I
well,
can't remember, but I remember
maybe.
encountering them. I've encountered them like in the past sort of 100 years or so. Most of the time, it's a case of like, when I'm accidentally summoned and I sort of appear, and in
How does
like another sort of s- ritual circle, there's a demon there, and we end up having a nice conversation while we wait for the cultists or insane mages or whatever to get their act together.
how does summoning work? Do you just appear?
Well, I don't really. Well, you know how I've had this whole thing about I've lost my phylactery.
Yes.
Well, people find it and they summon me when they found it, and I just sort of appear. And then sometimes it's in sort of like a ritualistic circle because they're doing everything by the book. And sometimes I just sort of randomly appear in somebody's house and they're just like, I was just messing around with some magic items. I asked them, where is my phylactery? And they go, I don't know what you're talking about. and then it's lost again. And before I know it, I'm ending in someone else's circle or house or I don't know, demonic party.
I know. I know a few stores run by ex demons that might be able to help you with locating items like that.
Yes, I need to. I don't know what I did to it. I feel like I put some sort of charm or spell on it, like when I became a lich. But obviously, I don't remember that far back. And secondly, I don't remember what I did. If I could get my hands on it again, I could work out what I did and try and reverse it, even if my magic is a little bit fiddly.
But I'll try to get you in contact with some people that I know,
Thank
see
you.
if we can look around.
I appreciate it, but yes, I have had conversations with demons. Like we just sort of was sitting there waiting while everybody gets really excited at the fact that, oh look, our summoning ritual worked. We have the commander of the dead, the lich, and we have the demon, and we can, I don't know, summon Satan or something.
I've met the devil before. He's not a nice guy.
Yeah, I tell them this. I'm like, you know that the stories are true, and you shouldn't summon greater demons.
I've
Like you,
managed to summon other demon type things before, and it's
yes,
not fun. But
no,
angels, especially fallen angels, especially like the devil and Satan, not fun.
yes,
They
yeah.
big ego.
The fallen angels have a bit of a grudge, and they kind of see themselves high and mighty, and then the actual angels think themselves all holy and justified in every action that they do, even if they're being absolute morons.
Yes, and that can get quite infuriating to deal with sometimes.
Yes. I think I met an angel once. And probably, yes, I met an angel once. And they were just the most obsessive person. Like, so self obsessive. Like, borderline narcissistic.
I once met on the battlefield. On my side, I met a battle angel, and
Oh,
they were severely injured after saying how they'd single-handedly take on 12 battalions.
well, that was a mistake on their front, obviously.
Yep.
Even I know you don't take on 12 battalions single handedly, and I'm an undead being.
Especially when all they had were their fists.
Yes, at least have a sword, like a holy blade. That would work.
Yeah.
Holy blade would do a lot more damage, but anyway.
Maybe just like a sword that projects fire or something. That's better than your
I'm
fists.
yes, honestly, like an unarmed strike is just not damage effective at all. So I'm not surprised that they ended up injured at the end of it.
Yeah, they had their wings taken up by anti-air cannons.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's just so horrible. I'm
It
really sorry.
is
I'm
very
really sorry
horrible.
for them. I'm very sorry for them. Regardless, yes, I will have a talk with your demon friends and see what I can do to try and track it down. I think as soon as I track down the phylactery, everything else will be fine because then I ain't got to worry about popping up randomly into somebody's place.
And then you can start studying,
Exactly. It's very
trying to
hard to
figure out what
place
it is.
what it is and why I'm in this position in the first place.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. Regards, I believe it's a good place to call it, as they say.
Yep.
Thank you all very much for coming and listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully next week everyone will be back and we can have a lovely group discussion once more. But thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye all.